The engine purred like a satisfied predator as Mark pulled his silver sports car into the blue-painted parking space right at the mall entrance. It was a space reserved for those with physical needs, marked clearly with a wheelchair symbol, but Mark didn't care. When a security guard jogged over, pointing at the sign, Mark didn't even look him in the eye. He simply rolled down his window, flicked a crisp $100 bill onto the wet pavement, and let out a sharp, mocking laugh. "Money fixes everything," he shouted, his voice dripping with disdain before he turned his back and walked away. An hour passed inside the luxury boutiques. Outside, the sky began to bruise, turning a heavy shade of charcoal as dark clouds broke over the city. A sudden, violent downpour transformed the parking lot into a treacherous, slick surface. The blue paint of the reserved space became a river of rainwater. Mark stepped out of the store, his designer suit still perfectly pressed, clutching a heavy shopping bag filled with expensive vanity. He felt invincible until he reached the spot where he had left his prized possession. He stopped dead, his breath catching in his throat. The silver car was no longer in the space. Gravity and the relentless rain had conspired against him. On the steep incline of the parking lot, the sports car was sliding backward, its tires finding no grip on the rain-slicked asphalt. It gathered speed with terrifying silence. Mark watched in horror as his fortune on wheels hit a concrete curb, bounced violently, and took a final, graceful plunge. It went nose first into a massive, overflowing mud pit at the bottom of the slope. A thick, brown wave of sludge erupted like a geyser, soaring through the air and coating Mark from head to toe. The luxury was gone. His silk tie now dripped with gray grime, and his face was masked in filth. He stood frozen, a statue of ruined pride, staring at the expensive machinery sinking deeper into the dark, suffocating mire. Every dollar he had flaunted was now buried in the dirt, and the rain washed nothing away. Through the curtain of rain, a man in a wheelchair rolled slowly toward him. He had been forced to park 3 rows away because of Mark's greed. The man stopped just inches from the mud-caked millionaire and tilted a large umbrella over him, shielding Mark from the storm. Mark looked down at his own filthy hands, then at the steady, kind eyes of the man he had wronged. No words were spoken. In a moment of absolute humility, Mark lowered his head and took the handle, finally understanding what money could never buy.